What's up, go-getters? It is countdown to Christmas Day number 4. Congratulations, you are hanging in there, and thank you so much for hanging out with me this week. I know that it's crazy. Some of you guys are doing your holiday shopping and all of that good stuff. So thank you so much for tuning in, leaving your comments, and watching this week. I really appreciate you. So today, the question that I'm going to answer is, how do I increase my productivity? Okay, so I want to increase my productivity in 2023 without having to be an overly organized person, and where I can still lean in, listen to my inner guide, and also be spontaneous. So we're going to talk all about it. So guys, just to let you know, I am not a professional planner. I'm more of like a journal girl. I probably have multiple different journals. I also journal on my phone as well. So I'm kind of all over the place, but at the same time, I'm also planned for the most part. So I have tools where I am planning, but I also am not an overly planned person. So I'm not a person that you talk to and I have my every social media post planned out for months in advance. I used to be like that, but I really was operating outside of who I really am and being what I thought I should be. So I'm not an overly planned person, but I do what I need to do to make sure that I am overly productive in my business, productive in my life, and very organized in my life. But I am not the most organized person. So let's start there. I guess the question is, can I still be productive? Can I still plan? Can I still be organized while also still being a very unorganized, very spontaneous, very much leaning into my intuition type of person? And yes, you absolutely can do both. And in a second, I'm just going to share with you a little tool that I've shared inside of the Godpreneur Society for my members that is helping them to be productive without having to necessarily be planned. So one thing that I want to say without being too long-winded is I want to say that it's okay to give yourself permission to be whoever you are going to be at the moment. So if you have a really, really busy week, but you really have a lot that you want to say, or you have something that maybe you're launching, or you want to educate and teach or share in a particular area, but you have a busy week coming up and you're really, really okay and you have the bandwidth for planning out your content, go for it. Knock it out of the park. I encourage you to do that. But also, if, let's just say you planned out a launch. Let's say we're in December and you plan to launch for March. And in March, you're really feeling out of sync. A lot has happened in your life lately where you're really, really feeling a bit different about the launch strategy that you had planned for. You're not feeling aligned. You're really feeling overly exhausted and not up to it. Is it okay to break your plans and not go forward with that launch and kind of wait until you're feeling more aligned? Yes, even in cases like that where you have to press the stop button on something and say, I'm not ready for this, or I'm not aligned with this, or I feel really icky about this timing that I've planned, that's okay too. If you're feeling like, today I just have this strong word inside of me and I really want to share this word with the world, can I just go out there on social media at 11 p.m. at night and just share it? Yes. So what I'm really trying to share with you is that there are no real rules, okay? The only time that it's really good to start to put systems in place for yourself that feel really good, though, that work for you, is when you are noticing that because of the way that you function, your productivity is taking a real shot. It's taking a downfall. So that's something that I noticed about myself. I would go into these phases as to where I just really didn't want to be online. I just really didn't want to be on social media. And it would be like months, guys, right? Where I wouldn't really want to post and talk. And I felt like I could because that's just what I wanted to do and because I can. But it was affecting my relationship with my audience. It was affecting my voice. And it was making me very, very inconsistent. And it was also hurting my productivity, especially on the coaching side. So when you see something like that happening, it's good to put something in place that works great for you, that allows you to be productive while also being very much so who you are. So let me share with you guys this Trello board that I have given to my members, and it's something that I've made It's not fancy. So, and a lot of my little things to do and events are on here. So just ignore that part. Let me just share that really quickly. So this is just called my productivity board. So what I do is I organize my tasks according to what needs to be done and sort of like when by sort of like the days, not the actual days, but what needs to be done as far as urgency. And then I slide the task over as I complete them. Sometimes I use this board, sometimes I don't. When I don't use this board, I'm not hard on myself. But so that I can be consistent and stay up with my productivity, guys, I revisit this board often so that I can make sure I'm on task. So as you can see, in this column is my very important today things. This is the stuff I need to be done by tomorrow. This is stuff that needs to be done by next week. It needs to be done soon. So I'm able to dump everything here. My future to-do list, like stuff I plan to do, but not this week, not next week, all gets dumped here. Stuff that's done, but I need to still follow up on, I put it on this column. Some of my weekly stuff I need to do goes here. My monthly stuff I need to do goes here. And then my ideas that I just get in my head as I'm on the board, I pop them over here. So as I finish something, I even color code some of these things different ways. And as I finish something, let's just say I clear out my today, I slide all of my tomorrow stuff over onto this column. And some of my other stuff that needed to be done later in the week, I slide it over to tomorrow. So it's very simple. This board is very, very simple. And it allows me to be planned without being planned. It allows me to be a very, very beautiful mess. Okay? So you don't see any dates there. You don't see any calendars there. You don't see any pressure for me to have to use the board. But it allows me to have something that holds me accountable. So that way, when I do sit down to work, I know exactly what task I need to finish and I'm not all over the place. Some of us, the main problem with our productivity is some of us have limited times to work because we're juggling a lot of hats. We have a lot of different roles. I should say we're wearing a lot of hats. So maybe you're a mom or you're a father or husband, but you also have children. You have obligations and things that need to be done for them, but you also have, behind the scenes tasks with business. You also have work. You also have a team to manage. So you're doing multiple things. So you have very limited time to work on your passion, which is your business. When you sit down to do that, you are trying to just go, and you're on this rat race trying to get as many things done at once. What happens? Disappointment, frustration, burnout, you being hard on yourself, negative self-talk, and then because you didn't get anything done, you didn't get anything finished. But if when you sit down to work, you have this board that you can sit down with that has the priorities for today on it, or the stuff that are on tomorrow that you can slide over on today, and you have the exact tasks that you need to work on and complete now, it makes you be able to turn up your productivity in less time, okay? So the biggest takeaway is to give yourself permission, but also while giving yourself permission, hold yourself accountable. So you have permission to be spontaneous. You have permission to cancel plans if they no longer feel aligned. You also have permission to go through seasons of being overly organized. There's space for all of this, especially for those of you who are spiritpreneurs. There's space for all of this. But at the same time, when you see your productivity taking a hit, that's most likely something else. There's another reason why you're not being productive. Maybe you're uncomfortable. Maybe it's time to make yourself get even more uncomfortable by showing up in ways, and maybe you're shying behind some of the ways that you know that you need to step it up and show up. So make sure that that's not a situation either. Okay, so I hope that this has helped you guys. Be super blessed. This is day 4. I will see you guys tomorrow on the last day for the countdown to Christmas.